Land above the clouds. Machu Picchu is a relic of the Incan civilization located in the Andes Mountains, precisely in the Urubamba Valley, Peru. The site, perched on the river Urubamba, was built by the Incan Emperor Pachacuti in AD 1450. Now I will discuss 5 historical phenomena of the country above the clouds. 1. The function of Machu Picchu at that time was as a fortress, imperial resting place, and a place for religious ceremonies. After the Inca Empire collapsed, this site was abandoned and forgotten. It was only in 1911 AD that Machu Picchu was rediscovered by an American archaeologist named Hiram Bingham. As the holiest of all Inca heritage sites, Machu Picchu was listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983. 2. History of Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu was an imperial settlement founded by Pachacuti Inca Yupinki, the Inca ruler, in the mid-15th century. Furthermore, the site with a capacity of 1,000 residents was passed on to Pachacuti's successors. Primarily, Machu Picchu was used as a residence for the imperial family and Inca aristocrats. However, archaeologists have other theories regarding the function of Machu Picchu. Some argue that Machu Picchu was a religious site, indicated by its location atop mountains and other geographical features considered sacred by the Incas. While some other historians suspect that this site was once used as a prison, a trading center, a resting place for women, to be devoted to the coronation of kings. About 100 years after it was built, Machu Picchu was abandoned by its inhabitants due to a smallpox epidemic. Some historians argue that the site was abandoned after the Spanish began to rule over the Incas in 1521. However, the Spaniards never reached Machu Picchu, and the site remained hidden from the world for the next 400 years. 3. Machu Picchu. Found. The existence of Machu Picchu was only known to the world in 1911, when it was discovered by Hiram Bingham. Although the locals have been aware of the existence of this site for a long time. At that time, Bingham and his team of explorers were looking for the whereabouts of Vilcabamba, the last Inca stronghold that fell to the Spanish. On the way, the locals actually pointed out the ruins located at the top of the mountain. The locals refer to it as Machu Picchu, which means Old Hill. Bingham then poured and reported his findings through a book entitled The Lost City of the Incas. 4. Building complex. Machu Picchu is a testament to the prowess of the Incas in building architecture around difficult terrain. At the top of the mountains of tropical forests, the walls, fortifications, terraces and stairs built by the Incas blend perfectly with the natural surroundings. The Machu Picchu site consists of 2 complexes, namely the central area and a series of buildings on the west side of the terrace. Areas of the site are connected by more than 3,000 steps. Archaeologists have identified several sectors with different functions, including cities, farmland, housing, royal quarters, cemeteries, and special religious areas. 5. Purpose of the building. Machu Picchu's most famous major constructions are the Intihuatana, the Temple of the Sun, and the Room of the 3 Windows. The existing buildings are made of crushed stone and shaped in such a way according to their purpose. The Intihuatana stone, which is at the highest point of the sacred complex, was carefully carved for astronomical observations and forms the connection between earth and sky. In addition, the masonry at this site is completely free from mortar. The Incas only cut stones with great precision and then assembled them until they were solidly together, even resistant to earthquakes. The complex of buildings at Machu Picchu also features a sophisticated irrigation system, attesting to the height of the Inca civilization. Machu Picchu. Now in 1976, Machu Picchu was restored to show tourists about the original building. Every year, this site is visited by hundreds of thousands of tourists from various parts of the world, who want to witness the splendor of the Inca civilization. Since 1983, Machu Picchu has been listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and in 2007, the site was designated as one of the 7 wonders of the world. That's the 5 history of Machu Picchu. Hope it is useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.